Across the world, people are living longer, resulting in a significant rise of chronic illness like Alzheimer's disease and other dementias. In order to educate the public, Alzheimers New Zealand are investing in new initiatives, as well as providing resources and support for those living with dementia and their carers to ensure they have the best quality of life possible. Tristram Clayton reports.
Helen Doyle still remembers the day she first suspected she might be in the early stages of developing dementia.
I was at a conference in Melbourne for archivists. I'd been doing archival work for about 12 years, and I realised that although I was very interested in what was going on, there was no way at the end of a morning or an afternoon I could recall the topic.
A nurse friend suggested she see her GP, and when the tests came back, Helen's suspicions were confirmed.
So what was your reaction when you were first diagnosed with Alzheimer's?
I was relieved because I knew something was wrong and now it had a name. I want the here and now, and if I've got it, well, make the most of it. Yeah.
Helen's here and now is a reality that will affect a rapidly growing number of people across the country. As the population grows and ages, it's estimated that the number of people in New Zealand living with dementia will rise from around 70,000 today to more than 170,000 by 2050, with total cost to the New Zealand economy rising from $1.6 billion today to $4.6 billion by 2050.
And it's numbers like those that has Alzheimer's New Zealand calling for urgent action. The organisation says there needs to be more funding for critical support services, and it wants the government to fully implement the framework for dementia care it developed 5 years ago.
We really need government to step up and do more and better for people living with dementia so that they can live well and independently for as long as possible. So it's really disappointing how little progress has been made implementing that framework.
Catherine Hall says there's strong evidence that implementing the framework would not only improve the quality of life for people living with dementia, but it would also significantly reduce demand on the health service and cost to the country.
If we're going to respond effectively to this challenge, we need to focus on building a dementia-friendly New Zealand. And for Alzheimer's New Zealand, that's where people who are living with dementia are respected and valued for who they are.
But lack of action by the government hasn't slowed Alzheimer's New Zealand pushing ahead with its own initiatives to create a dementia-friendly New Zealand.
The MyCare pilot is about providing a service to people with dementia and their carers that really help them on their journey and enable them to stay in their own home for as long as possible. The delivery of those services are different for different people. In many cases, it can be as simple as transportation.
Hello. Hi, Mike. Hi, Leslie.
For Mike and Leslie Bailey, the pilot has been critical in ensuring they continue to lead independent and fulfilling lives, despite living with dementia, by helping with transport.
Don't have to go to the calendar, don't have to start rearranging appointments, just ring up MyCare.
As a carer, getting Mike to Al's house would be the major one, and then getting me to support groups would be an absolute must.
In support of this work, drivers from the Driving Miss Daisy service are signing up for Alzheimer's New Zealand's Dementia Friends program. Back in Wanganui, Helen Doyle knows all about the importance of staying active and social.
I think the social side is so important. And my friend, Maxine, has said that she's noticed a difference since I've come to live here.
Maxine Pringle knows there will be many challenges in the years to come, but believes Helen's attitude and the support they both get from Alzheimer's New Zealand will see them through.
I think that we are on the right track. I think it is the scary bit is that society won't accept people with dementia, but you don't have to treat them differently necessarily. They're still a person. See a person, not a disease.
I think there's ways of encouraging each other to keep on keeping on. Today's the day.